Hi everyone, this is Mr. Sanjay Kuwar. I hope that all are doing well. Once again, I welcome you for learning 7th standard Civics subject. Dear friends, today we are going to learn lesson number 1. The name of the lesson is Introduction to our Constitution. In this part of the video, we are going to learn what is meant by Constitution, what is administration, what is included in the administration of the country, and the background of making the Indian Constitution. As well as we will also try to understand the contribution of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar for making the Indian Constitution. So let's begin. Dear friends, rules and regulations play a very important role in our life. They are very necessary in our lives. Without the rules and regulations, our life would be very difficult. Norms are seen in the family. We follow norms in the family. We give respect to each other. The norms are there about the behavior of the family members. We speak politely, lovingly among each other in the family. But there are the rules for the school. For example, there are the rules about the admission, for the uniform of the students. There are the rules for the different competitions in the school as well as for the study. In the same way, we can see the rules and regulations for the city or the village. The administration in the city or the village is carried out with the help of the rules. Why all these rules are necessary for the schools, for the village or the city, or even in the family? Because we want our all the work, our all the activities should run smoothly. In order to carry out all the activities smoothly, we follow certain rules, norms or regulations in the family, in the school, in the village or in the city. Dear friends, similarly, the administration of the entire country is carried out through a system of rules. Now, the question may be raised in your mind that where can we find all such rules according to which the administration of the country is carried out? For that question, the answer is Constitution. Yes, we find such all the rules and regulations in the Constitution which are helpful for the administration of the country. So let's understand first what is the meaning of the Constitution. The book in which all the provisions regarding the administration of the country are mentioned together in a systematic way is called as Constitution. This is the definition of the Constitution. From this definition, here one thing is clear, and it is that the Constitution is a written document. From this we understand that it is a book in which there are the provisions or the rules given for the administration of the country, and they are all mentioned together in a systematic way. Almost all the countries in the world, they have accepted the principle of governing according to the Constitution. But the nature of all these countries' constitutions is different, because these all the countries have their different history, they have different customs and traditions, and one can also find different needs and objectives of the people in that particular country. Therefore, different countries have different constitutions. For example, India has its own constitution and it is written in form. In the same way, America has also its own constitution. It is also in written form. But England's constitution is primarily considered as unwritten constitution. Dear friends, in this way, the administration of such almost all the countries in the world is carried out with the help of their own constitutions. Now dear students, let's understand what is administration. The process of taking decisions related to different issues, right from the space research to the public cleanliness, is called as administration. This definition makes us clear that the government takes the decision on various issues for the welfare of the people. The government also makes laws related to the various subjects. They are such as defending the boundaries, protecting the people from external aggression, eradication of poverty, creating employment, education and health services, encouragement to commerce and industries, protection of the weaker sections, making policies for the progress of women, children and the tribal people, etc. So dear students, the government has to make laws and implement them properly for getting the desirable changes in the society. Now let's understand the background to the making of Indian Constitution. Dear friends, the process of making the Indian Constitution started in 1946. The leaders of the freedom movement insisted on one important thing. They were telling that the independent India should be ruled by the laws made by themselves and not by the laws made by the British people. So, one committee was established for the making of the Indian Constitution. The committee came to be known as Constituent Assembly. Let's get more information about Constituent Assembly. Our country became independent on 15 August 1947. Before that, the British people were ruling our country. They had divided our country into the number of provinces such as Bombay province, Bengal or Madras for the convenience of their administration. The administration in these all the provinces was carried out by people's representatives, and the local princes were carrying out the administration at some local areas. Such areas were known as the princely states and the rulers were known as princes. So dear friends, in the Constituent Assembly, the representatives of the provinces and the princely states were included. There were total 299 members of the Constituent Assembly. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constituent Assembly. Now let's get more information about the contribution of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. He had studied in depth the constitutions of the different countries in the world. He worked day and night for making the draft of our Indian Constitution. And at last, after making the draft of the Indian Constitution, he presented it to the Constituent Assembly. There, it was discussed article by article. Many amendments were suggested by the different members of the Constituent Assembly. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar answered the questions raised by the various members of the Constituent Assembly, and he made changes according to the suggestions in the draft, and at last he made every provision of the Constitution flawless, that is perfect. Due to his contribution towards the making of the Indian Constitution, he is called as the architect of our Indian Constitution. Dear friends, it took 2 years, 11 months and 17 days to complete the writing of the Indian Constitution. In the original Indian Constitution, there were total 395 articles, and these articles were divided into 22 parts and 8 schedules. Dear friends, the Constituent Assembly enacted and adopted the Indian Constitution on 26th November 1949. Therefore, 26th November is observed as the Constitution Day in our country. The country began to be governed according to the provisions of the Constitution from 26th January 1950. The Indian Republic came into exist from this day. Therefore, we celebrate 26th January as Republic Day.